them back to back to back, back to back to back. Yeah, you know the fear face. Yeah, you know the fear face.
Hi guys, I'm back. It's Emanuela, and this is a little segment of my YouTube channel called Storytime Saturdays. And remember, if it ain't a real story, then it ain't my story time. Now, the story I'm going to be telling is the story of how I almost lost my housing on campus, how I used up almost all my housing points, because, you know, I'm just going to get to the chase and you're going to know what happened. But when I start this story, I'm just going to let you know that I might not be able to use real names just to keep the safety and pride of the people involved, but I may be using nicknames due to the fact that people in my inner circle know these people, and it's also people in my inner circle that cost me this. So let's skip to the chase. Okay, so I'm gonna just say that I'm gonna probably call my dorm room, which is where I am right now, but I'm gonna probably say that my dorm room is the mystery dorm of the school, because something's always happening. I had to call the police. My roommate got the police called on us, and the police came into our room at 3 a.m. There was 14 police officers that came into my room. But like, when I say the story is crazy, I mean it is crazy. Like, I mean, where they going? I'm not sure that's real Yoruba, but just let it slide, lady slide. Anyway, it all started like, I lost my first housing point when I was with my ex, and I can say this probably because, not probably, but I can say this openly because people knew that I did have someone. Anyway, I was with my ex, and I'm not gonna say too much, but he had brought a candle into my room, and he had been in my room when I was at work, and he had that candle burning. And I had told this man that, hey, it's time for inspection. You cannot be there. Didn't listen. I was at work, and he gonna text me talking about an RA came in and they checked your room and they fighting you because you had a candle. And I'm like, I don't even use candles. What? And then they had to call me, and they had to have a meeting with me about the candle and the lighter and how they confiscated it and how I was having contraband on me. And so they took the candle away, and they gave me 1 housing point. And I was like, that ain't too bad. It's just 1 housing point. And then I ended up breaking up with this guy, and I was like, yeah, I had my room to myself. Everything was fine. This was right after my friend had cops called on us because she had a guy over, and he had a gun, and he wasn't slick about it. He got caught, and so I had to deal with all the officers because they kept on coming when I was here, because I'm a homebody, so I was never anywhere. But my roommate wasn't even here. But like, let's skip to the chase. It all started one day when my friend tells me, my friend tells people that she's been kicked out of her house, right? And I'm asleep, so I don't see this message. I'm just chilling because I'm still recovering from my whole ex situation. Because when I mean it was toxic. I'm still recovering from this whole situation, right? And then I see missed calls. They're like, call Ella. I'm gonna say my name. Everyone's like, call Ella. She calls me. I see messages like, I've been kicked out of my house. I don't know where to go. I need someone to stay for a week. And I'm like, you know what, sheesh. I've been sneaking people on campus, you know? Not like sneaking people, but I've been having people on campus, and I've been fine. Like, I don't normally get the guest compliances thing. I'm sorry, I get distracted, so I don't usually use the guest request form. So I was like, okay, I can help you, right? So I let her stay with me for a week, and there's times when I'm like, okay, I think I can't do this, right? But being me, moral lesson, don't be too nice. Being me, I'm very nice and I'm very compassionate, so I felt for her, right? So I let her stay. She stayed. She came to stay with me in like ending of October or like November, I don't know. But she had come to stay with me. She'd been staying with me. We'll go out together. We'll do things together. We worked in the same place. I met her from work. I didn't meet her from school. If I met her from school, it'd be a better situation. But I met her from work. So we'll go to work together and all that stuff. I'm taking too long. But like, we'll go to work, and I'm repeating way too much. I'm sorry. And so it got to a point where she wasn't finding accommodation. The people who were supposed to move in with her, they didn't want to be with her. All her friends and everything just started falling out with her. She started dating this guy, and so my friend, right, she was dating this guy. I mean, glory be to God. I love, it's a love-hate relationship between me and him. I like him, but I hate him. Well, he's a minor and she isn't. And they liked PDA to the max. It was like PDA Pro Max Square Pro minus 10 minus Pro minus. I'm not gonna go in detail to that either, because for the safety of those involved in this conversation I'm having with my internet family. Anyway, anyway, and so I got skip the chase, right? She wasn't the cleanest person. She was like messy, and I like being the mom friend, so I'll clean after her. It was okay. Like, I'll get mad, but not too mad. I'll clean after her because I got used to it. I started feeling like I needed to serve people, you know. I'll do her laundry, I'll clean, I'll rearrange, I'll yell every now and then, and I'll be like, "Don't touch my bed with your dirty shoes," and all that shit. But like, yeah. So it got to that point. Then everything was toxic. You know, I just left my ex, and it was very, very toxic. So I needed a break. So I was just trying to go to Atlanta, and before I went to Atlanta, I had met this guy who I was talking to, who I had known the previous year, but like he went away, and I went away, air quotes. When I mean he went away to a different state, and so I went away to a different human. But like he came back. We were talking, you know, things were getting good. It was fine. We're getting fond of each other all over again. And so me and him had gotten close all over again. So when I was in Atlanta with my cousins having the time of my life, things were going down in my room. And he was like, my friend needed to go to Mexico at the time. The girl who I was helping, she needed to go to Mexico at the time. So she left her boyfriend in my dorm. So that is like, she moved into my dorm. When I left, she moved in with her boyfriend. So now her and her boyfriend were living in my dorm while I was in Atlanta trying to catch a break of my life because I was tired. So she was living in my dorm with her boyfriend. Like I said, this is my dorm room. Anyway, she was living in my dorm with her boyfriend. So my friend, Okubani, because I'm so tempted to say his name, but Okubani, that's not his real name, but Okubani, me and him was good. So when my friend went to Mexico, he came down here with the boyfriend, and he said, "I'm sure your room gonna smell like straight up ass by the time you get back." And so he came here, bro, and I was on a video call with the Kubani said, "Let me go look at the bathrooms." There's 2 bathrooms in my dorm and 4 rooms. But when I say both bathrooms was trashed, and both bathrooms, the toilet was clogged. Both toilets was clogged. Okubani said, he calls me M. Okubani said, special people call me M. Special people call me M. Okubani called me M. He said, M, the bathroom is clogged. Okubani proceeds to unclog my toilet. And this man is just dying. He said, "Bleh. I was laughing so hard on the video call. You can see tears rolling down his eyes. And then the boyfriend of the girl was laughing too, talking about, "Sorry, Okubani." And I'm on the phone like, ha ha ha. I was laughing. I was laughing. He unclogged that one. He went to the one over there. Okubani said as soon as I touched that he pooped. He said, "I touched the shit with the plunger, and the shit disintegrated. Anyway, the shit fell apart into different crumbles of poop, green biolicious poop." He said, "Ain't no way that shit came out your ass." It's not mine though. It's a girl. I'm sorry. It's the girl who I was helping. I'll skip the chase. She went to Mexico. She came back, bruh. Missed her flight and shit. Like I can't go into full detail because I think it's fun. Like, that's another story for another day. I missed my flight too, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, skip to the chase. I'm now boiling because like my brother had sent her money and she had used it, and I was mad, and I'm just trying to hold my patience, and I'm telling Okubani what's up, because Okubani and I were really close. Like I would vent to Okubani about stuff that I really won't be able to vent to them. People, I don't vent to Okubani like that. But like I had told Okubani some of the stuff, so he like obviously would know what's going on between me and her, but like, it's stuff that I wouldn't talk about because I don't like to express myself. So he would get mad. He was telling me, you need to toughen up, M. You need to be this, M. And I'm like, I can't do it. But like, anyway, so we come back. I was like, you know what? We need to show up to my dorm, my own place of living. I'm having to pop up impromptu to see that somebody not trashing it. So I popped up to my place of living, right? My dorm in school. I don't want to call it my place of living. Anyway, I pop up to my dorm in school and surprise this girl. We knock on the door. I say, Okubani blocks the peephole. Okubani blocks the peephole for me. She said, "Who is it?" Open the door. "Oh God, what are you guys doing here? I didn't know you guys would be coming." And tries to close the door and talking about, "Ella, you can't come in yet." The Nigerian girl in me said, "Move. I have a surprise for you." I walk in this place. I walk into my dorm, and I see dog balls, and I'm like, And then she gonna tell her boyfriend to put on clothes that we's here. And I'm like, I see Dogbo, and Ukubani calls me outside. He says, promise me you're not gonna do nothing. Promise me you're not angry. He said, I said, feel my chest. He felt my chest. My chest was like, he said, please calm down. He said, I know you're not very observant and you don't like to read the room, but they got a pet. And so my other friend was there. She's a black girl. I met her through Ukubani. I call her Sissy Boo. So Sissy Boo comes out and she said, they got a dog up in here, and I said, I know, I just farted, I'm sorry. I said, I know, I saw the dog balls, and I told him that I saw dog balls. It's not just the dog balls, that they have a dog. There is a whole grown, white, fluffy dog in my dorm. There's no pets allowed, but there's now a dog, there's now a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and a dog, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't even want to talk about living in my dorm. I even skipped the part of where me and Ukubani and the boyfriend had to come clean up after them when she wasn't here. Like, when I mean there was crusty panties on the floor, like the panties was gray and they were staying brown. Ukubani gonna ask me, is this yours? You need to go to the doctor. I was so mad. I cleaned until my period came. Like, I was cleaning until my period came, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And there was this scanty mop that I tried to use to mop my floor. It was so scanty. Anyway, long story. There's a dog, and me, I'm already mad. Everybody knows me. I'm more of a strike one, strike two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before I blow off. And so I was being so calm. I was talking, I was laughing. I pet the dog, was talking, was making videos. Me and Ukubani was making videos. I was bothering Ukubani. I had pushed Ukubani on the couch, and I was like sitting on Ukubani, telling him to hold his breath and all that stuff. But like, I was playing, I was acting like me, and the next thing you know, I said, okay, Ukubani said, you're gonna have a conversation. You want me to talk to them, or you're gonna do it? I wanted Ukubani to talk to them because Ukubani would be more straightforward, and Ukubani would be calm about it. Because me, once I get mad, as Ukubani said, he said I got gorilla blood. He just found that was the day he realized that I got gorilla blood. He said, you like wow 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 wow. I shouldn't be doing that, but he said I got gorilla blood, and that was when he realized that I got gorilla blood. And so I was like talking, it was being nice, and they was just being annoying. I just got up. I said, hey, yo, you gonna listen? I just started yelling, and everybody know when I yell it's bad, because I never yell, but even when I'm mad, so I got mad. Ukubani gonna try to hold me down, talking about don't go hit her. I said, get off me. He said, oh. But like, I was so mad. I started yelling. I yelled at her boyfriend, the boyfriend's sister, and the boyfriend's sister's boyfriend, who was 32 years old. I yelled at everybody in the room that day. My hands are shaking right now because I was so mad. I yelled at everybody, and then she gonna try to walk away from me when I'm yelling. I said, come back here. She's talking about, don't start with me, Ella. I said, you don't start with me. I started yelling at her. She's talking about, I'm gonna have a panic attack, or you're gonna have to deal with it. I was about to knock the living daylight out of this girl, so I just like walked out my room. I said, I'm done. Let's go. Because I was about to hear. So I walked to the balcony, and then I came back in, and I started yelling again. I yelled at everybody. And when I'm yelling, everybody just quiet looking at me. Like I'm speaking gibberish, because nobody had seen me yell before. And so when I yelled so much, my body was shaking. I scratched my skin out of anger. So I was like red from my hands down like this. You can see nail marks and blood. I scratched it so bad and hit my knuckles on the wall because I was so mad. And then that day, like, she started packing her box, talking about she got somewhere to go. I'm like, you're not gonna go nowhere. She gonna talk about she gotta leave in her car, and then she gonna call me like, I don't know where to go. Skip chase, right? I'm at the point where I'm not ready to attend to anybody Kyrie no more, and so I just like, call it a day. I don't really adhere to the cries. I let David do the talking on the. I let Ukubani do the talking on the phone. I let Ukubani do the talking on the phone. Ukubani talked to her for me, and like I'm just like walking around my house watching my nephew and stuff. And so skip to the chase. On January, let me say something though. I don't remember the day. I sent this text message talking about, okay, I need y'all to leave before I come back to school on the 8th, because I need my room to myself so I can clean it so I don't get in trouble. Peacefully, like I was not gonna lose anything, right? It was gonna be a peaceful exit. It was gonna be a very, very peaceful exit. But next thing you know, the boyfriend steals the girl's car and starts driving around Tulsa, and the girl's calling me, everybody calling me, trying to call the cops. He's not picking, he's trying to be suicidal. I have to encourage him to not be. And then they bring the car back to, like, the keys back to my dorm so she can pick it up from me. I'm gonna go to my dorm tomorrow. Sissy Boo was gonna take me with Ukubani, was all gonna come down there. and like finalize stuff, just for me to be taking a shower, and then the boyfriend tries to stab the older sister's boyfriend, the one who I said was 32. He tried to stab him, and then there's all yelling and cussing, and then RA popped in, and she's like, "Do any of y'all go here?" They're like, "No, you come see me." And then that's when I got in trouble, because the school got involved and the police got involved, and they were trying to arrest him. And I told you he's a minor, so they arrested him, and he's in juvie. He's still in juvie as of today, since that time. And the month is almost over, right? So he's in juvie now. But like, anyway, the school got involved. They sent out an email talking about that somebody tried to stab somebody. They caught a perpetrator on campus, blah, blah, blah. Nobody was harmed. They sent the email out. They sent me an email talking about you got multiple violations. I didn't want to go for the meeting because I was scared. They talking about, if you don't come for the meeting, we're going to give you an extra violation. And I was like, if I don't go, I'm probably going to lose all my violation stuff. And so I go, bruv. And you can only get 6 housing points before you get kicked out, and you can't be on housing no more. Your contract gets broken. I had 6. Mind you, my ex was ready to make me lose 1, and so I have 5 more. And this girl situation made me lose 4 because they had my keys. They had to change the lock. They said I had guests without permission and whatnot. That was 4 housing points. So if I didn't go for that meeting, I would have lost the 5th one, and I would have been out. So now I'm on 1 last point before I get kicked out of the school. So I have 1 more point left from January to May. I gotta be on my best behavior, or so I'm going to lose my housing fully on campus. More or less of the story: don't be good, don't help nobody, be stingy, be evil, be like Judas, be like Satan himself. Like, don't do nothing. But like, I tried to like be as detailed and not too detailed as I could. But if you enjoyed the story, please let me know. If you want to have more story times with me about my life experiences, I'll be glad to share. And please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep it up with Emanuela. It's going to be very, very eventful, and I promise to bring different segments. Bye.